Hello, my name is Shubham Madik, and the topic for my thesis is Nature and Science Infotainment Park at Kharghar. What is infotainment? The word infotainment means the combination of terms information and entertainment, where entertainment plays a role of being a source of attraction for visitor exploration in a space and knowledge playing its role as an ultimate benefit the users get in the process of exploration. In this project, the combination is provided by the integration of the component of nature, its health benefits, and its constant necessity in daily lives of people, whereas science, on the other hand, emphasizing and educating its users with access to information, highlighting the way life has evolved, and giving them a glimpse of how it will further evolve. Coming to the main aim of the project aims on inducing three nature science integrated eco-park complexes differing in themes, each to give its users induced nature experiences depicting biophilia along with the educative and explorative qualities of a space provided by the aspect of science. The site is located in Central Park, Kharghar, and is a CIDCO approved site dedicated as a plot for Science City. To establish the linkage between nature and science is the main question. How can it be induced? The following steps are taken through which we develop the linkage between nature and science can be established with the help of the following aspects. Ideologies of the respective fields narrowing down to the core function being display, exhibition, and user appeal. With the help of mutual promotion, one space benefits the other by brushing the other presence to itself for its visitors, giving the other corresponding programs recognition by introducing temporary event spaces dedicated to them. Due to the integration, the incoming visitors would be provided to experience alternating spaces of nature and science throughout their journey across these complexes. Green apocalypse, giving in a sense of deep ecology, establishing its prominent spot and dominance over structures. Deep ecological environment can be achieved by providing controlled climate for foliage growth, best example being a greenhouse. The aspect of disjunction between spaces can be given in a thought here. The presence of a space induces its corresponding space just due to its presence, even if they are not necessarily related. In this case, visitor attraction plays a role where neighboring spaces can be recognized with the help of a particular space. The next process consists of a case study of MPK20 Facebook headquarters, where internal spaces can be customized according to the various user needs by providing a free-flowing multifunctional space. Finally, coming to the aspect of providing a nature-cladded environment city where nature is enhanced and preserved in this age of machines by machines themselves. By connecting these aspects, environmental remediation and multifunctionality can be combined by disprogramming between ecology and spaces, resulting in a unique user experience. Considering nature as a key component, along with the integration of green spaces and foliages in the structure, a controlled environment has been set up for housing a variety of plant species to provide user information. Here are a few case studies on structures providing an internal nature-cladded environment through which the basic idea of regulating systems and materials are understood. And here are case studies implementing biophilia, through which the biophilic aspects of a space are understood. Examples are direct, indirect, and sensory connections with nature, others being visual connection with nature, non-visual connection with nature, non-rhythmic sensory stimuli, access to thermal and airflow variability, presence of water body, dynamic and diffuse light, connection with natural systems, nature analogs, biomorphic forms and patterns, material connection, order and complexity, and nature of aspects, prospect, refuge, curiosity, and risk factors. Location and surroundings. The proposed site is surrounded by Kharghar Hills in the west, electric substation and golf course, Central Park Garden, ISKCON Temple and existing residential areas and metro stations, Taroja River on the east and adjacent Taroja Node. The site area is surrounded by Aztec Tata Memorial Hospital and Taroja Central Jail, Taroja Panchanan, Holding Pond and Kharghar City. Coming to the site analysis, Kharghar is located in the Raigad district of Maharashtra and is one of the most well-planned cities of Navi Mumbai. The locality is well connected by road and rail. The Sant Parmeel Expressway passes through Kharghar, ensuring a good connectivity of it with Mumbai and other parts of Navi Mumbai. The locality will have a metro connectivity through Mumbai, Belapur, Kharghar, Taroja, Pendar line. The Mumbai-Pune Expressway lies at the close proximity to this area. Kharghar is connected via the harbour line of Mumbai Suburban Railway Network. Naina, the airport is situated at the distance of 35 kilometers and can be experienced in an hour. Here is the metro network passing across Central Park, Sunpath, and the photos of existing site. The role played by site towards the project. Why choose Kharghar? Analyzing the brief history of Central Park, CIDCO had decided Central Park to be a vast strip of gardens surrounded by residential complexes. However, due to further expansion of residences being a must, some patches of the park were to be allotted for future development and construction. The idea including spaces affiliating nature, combining with the proposed plot allotting being of Science City, is what inspires the idea of this project. Presence of a science city would help gather neighborhood public, thereby benefiting the surrounding areas of Central Park for future expansion activities. The site lies between two metro stations adjoining the main road of 25-meter wide. Here are the initial design programs where age groups have been catered and spaces have been distributed accordingly. Site surrounding pictures are seen as following. The final zoning of site consists of the site entry points, building entrances, pedestrian ramps, interconnecting nodes, staff and admin areas, public event areas, exhibition spaces, and sales stores. Here is the climate study of Kharghar. The design considerations to conclusions help determine the material of the structure. Due to the excess heat of Kharghar, concrete is used because of its internal cooling aspects and ethylene tetrafluoroethylene material as the dome material instead of glass. This is the existing site vegetation layout. The total number of trees are 236. The site consists of a small patch of agricultural land. The proposed site vegetation layout consists of 519 trees. There are some initial site zoning layout along with conceptual sketches of views and sections displaying the structural massing on site. Here are some layout sketches and pictures of displaying stacking and massing. The site plan is distributed into 4 major zones. The southmost block consists of the Techno Park. Residing here are temporary and permanent science exhibits, event spaces and techno display areas. In the northeastern block resides the Biosphere, a nature and ecology inspired exhibition biodome. The mid plot has canopy bridge connecting buildings of its surrounding plots. The western block consists of space catering events to the public in the form of exhibition and floral sales and is one of the revenue generating component of the infotainment park, named as the Botanical Promenade. Entry points from this plot is open to all to enjoy the event space and the public playground. The entry points is permitted to the science park and here are the isometric views of the site plan. Here is the roof plan of the Techno Park, the terrace plan, service course and the AHU rooms. The ground floor plan. These are the service course, toilets and AHU. Vegetation layout. Coming to the internal spaces, we have exhibit maintenance labs, admin area, ticketing counters, restaurant, cafeteria and dining, the waiting areas, the vertical course, and the basement parking route. The first floor plan consists of the vertical routes, the workshop area, staff areas, the interpretation block, the amphitheater and green rooms, and the seating areas. Second floor plan, model display halls, permanent exhibition galleries, technology display units, temporary exhibition spaces, space odyssey. Third floor plan, seating lobby, green rooms, planetarium, visual arts room, souvenir shops, restaurant and cafeteria, 150-seater auditorium. From the third floor, the pedestrian pass from the Techno Park to the Biosphere through the main connecting route for circulation. This is the roof plan of the Biosphere, the terrace plan showing the section through geodesic dome, the AHU rooms and service course. Third floor plan, nature mimicking exhibition hall, kitchen and dining hall, demonstration hall, service passages, balconies, and the staff areas. From the third floor, the main route of access downstairs is the descending ramp, giving users the glimpse of eco-forest core below. In the second floor, we have the aquatic exhibit hall, souvenir shops, seating spaces, sculpture and material exhibit halls, and the first half of nature-induced science exhibit hall. From this point, visitors have access to the floor below through the central interconnecting ramp. In the first floor, we have the Evolution Hall, Bioscience exhibits, second half of Nature Induced Science Hall, display areas, and seating lobby. The ground floor plan consists of major zones for climate control. The main entry from the promenade block has an interpretation center ending up in the central node. Entrance guest rooms, plant and exit lobby, and restaurants are displayed accordingly. This is level landscape area. Continuing after the exit of the structure, we have the ascending pedestrian ramp orienting the visitors towards the canopy walk, connecting to the promenade block. Here is the layout of the canopy walk. Coming to the botanical promenade, we have temporary events areas, science exposition hall, merchandise and plant shops, staff areas, and the event warehouse. The first floor block consists of 850-seat auditorium, upper floor of science exposition hall, souvenir shops, and entrance passage to the biosphere plot. The second floor plan has the food court, lobby, and AHU rooms. The third floor is a plantation oriented floor consisting of the greenhouse nursery and tissue culture labs. The landscape stretch of the Technopark. This stretch starts from the descending staircase from the first floor, eventually raising back up to the first floor to the other end using contours. This is the landscaping core of Biosphere. This ecological nature park resembles a forest by having a variety of plantations. The fun spaces here are the overlook deck, flower beds, exploration tunnel, monument den, and the river and the lake water bodies. Here's the parking layout. The maximum car park capacity here is 383 numbers. The system adapted for car park is multi-stack car parking. Here are the sections of the Technopark. Here are the sections of the Biosphere. Here are the sections of the Botanical Promenade. Here are the elevations of the Biosphere. Here are the elevations of the Technopark and the Biosphere. Here are the elevations of the Botanical Promenade. Here are the views. Here are the architecture representation and detailings.